From our studios here at number 3 Mama Street Bookface in Freetown, hello and welcome to the National News File. I am Hassan Koroma. For the headlines. Every year, 18 July is being commemorated as Nelson Mandela's Day. It is on this backdrop that Legal Link, otherwise known as Christian Lawyer Center, has donated food and non-food items to female inmates at the Sierra Leone Correctional Center.
So, like what Legal Link is doing currently, it's unique because it's the first legal institution where they can back not only to provide legal service to poor people there.
Traders at the Congo market have raised their views on the persistent inflation of price of goods and inflation, especially with the dollar exchange rates.
But right now, the fish is not easy for me. With the band here, and with the swim inside the water, where the boats and the carry, they fire with all the rubber they have for both sellers. For more, we will get market. And the market is not easy for me at all.
Also, residents living within the King George, Farm Janju Street and Addisona Street in Freetown have expressed their concern over the damning effect of the heavy rain downpour, describing the situation as challenging.
Samba got outside the water, they really up small, you know, see the land slope.
Yeah.
So when they come, they run through it go past to the underwood, they got an overflow, then later the water come and bomb.
The government chief forensic pathologist and director cancer registry, Dr. Simeon Uwis Koroma, has described as challenging the current state of the hospital mortuary.
Forensic is medico-legal. It's about investigating scientifically the causes of death.
A local manufacturer in ceramic objects, Alim Jallo, has highlighted some of the challenges faced in the supply chain production.
They get the money for go buy, no side for go buy. So they get side the way they buy the aluminum, then go the cheap and then get them go.
All these stories plus sports making the national news here on Star Television Network. Those were the national news headlines. Now for the news in full. Every year, 18 July is being commemorated as Nelson Mandela's Day. It is on this backdrop that Legal Link, otherwise known as Christian Lawyer Center, has donated food and non-food items to female inmates at the Sierra Leone Correctional Center. Here is the report.
As a result of the stellar leadership Nelson Mandela demonstrated when he was alive, July 18 has been set aside to commemorate his role he played in promoting good governance and human rights. It is against this backdrop that the Legal Link, which also imbibes the philosophy of Mandela, has embarked on a raft of goodwill gestures by providing food and non-food items to disabled people and female prisoners at the Sierra Leone Correctional Center, Pardemba Road. When receiving the items, one of the beneficiaries expressed delight and thanked Legal Link for their kind gesture.
I appreciate what you don't do for us. And as I say, when I don't go fight and my 6 months, this one, but do not even a lawyer say, when I don't forget where they be in Bazin. Yes. Younger, some of them not 38. Look faces there. You don't even above 30. Now, woman they suffer more than married us. Woman any depressed more than us. When I look the man though, when I look the man though, this is a bit of trouble in the house. They were big.
Moses Kamara, a human rights lawyer, was also present at the charity and was also full of praises for the work Legal Link has been doing.
So we talk about vulnerable people and our people that really need help, and as you can see, we are disabled people. It's very difficult for them to see them get food in terms of education and other things. So like what Legal Link is doing currently, it's unique because it's the first legal institution where they can back not only to provide legal service to poor people there, but you see that they move from a comfort zone that they can into giving out humanitarian support. This is special, this is unique, and we want to beseech other legal institutions then for replicate this good support. But notwithstanding that, the director have known him for a very long time. I know they're surprised if they do this thing because one, he gets a Christian background, and over and above, the humanitarian.
When presenting the food and non-food items to the female prisoners, the executive director, Legal Link, Rashid Dumbuya, Esquire, recounted the role Nelson Mandela played in the life of humanity and noted that his organization will always emulate Madiba's leadership style. He promised to provide legal assistance to prisoners who cannot afford an attorney. Mr. Dumbuya speaks more.
Legal Link basically in the last year we help for defend the rights of vulnerable people and people where they go through injustice, where they go through pain, where they go through a lot of trouble in society. So if you not get lawyer them at all way for defending their rights. So I make we form some organization and call a Legal Link for help, for be the voice for the voiceless, and for ensure say we promote and protect the rights of everyone at Sierra Leone. And we can for also complement other institutions in the way they try for do this. But we think say the work is so cool, and we as lawyers them we don't God don't help for let we become lawyers them. We want to see how we go do. We only two parts, for let we also continue for help people them where they suffer. Make we form some organization. We come last year in December, so we don't like 6 months old. I make it very but today we'll say okay, let we think for do something where we will make them one day where they be embarrassed. We also know say we exist for them.
One thing that was quite palpable is that people are in dire need of legal assistance. And Legal Link, which is a non-profit legal advocacy that aims at providing legal assistance to different groups, especially those on the fringes, has opted to fill in that vacuum. Alfie Barry reporting.
Legal Link celebrates International Mandela Day. End poverty now.
Traders at the Congo market have raised their views on the persistent inflation of price of goods, calling on government to intervene in order to address the persistent inflation, especially with the dollar exchange rates. These were their views.
But right sir, the fish is not easy for me. Would they buy and would they swim inside the water? Where the boats and they carry, they fire would all level but they have for boats and for more we will get market. And the market is not easy for me at all. Well, improvements not it because first time they buy fine. First time they buy 60, 40, but now 200, 250 for rubber for this bowl layer. And it even flop final. Now the blind is go they put out. Now it's not easy. Go grumble, they say that they pay 1,500,000 tax. So tax. Now so now the drag in the left. Right away they see the fish not there. Catch not there. Even the boatsman they grumble. And then they go on and feel and so that they can and then they able to catch. We beg the government. If you know the tax they give this for the boatsman there, sometimes the price go easy for we all to go by. Because like me, so I get 10 picking and I do this and the pay school fee for them, take care of them, and how we they get. So if you did price on heavy so, if you want to go by, you know it's the fuel back don't go up. So the boatsman they go through. They can see to you, but I don't know able to see to you. You remember the tax that they pay when 1,500,000, they remember the fuel when they go buy the gear. So when they can never they sell gear, some boats and they fled accident see the rain, they know they get money for go fishing. Because now they can get the accident. Just when the breeze they blow, some boats and completely will see. Life they lost through by that. So now they let it go. So now the other hand, so they beg the government. You know they in charge for the fishing. American don't small for the fisherman there. Let the price stand low. So now the 1 million, you go better. But that 1,500,000, it's not easy. You see? So they beg the government, yeah?
Grain at the grain, at the same granite. So granite will be there 750,000. So they don't go 800, 30,000 for one bag of granite. So now, still a bonus. I mean, they sell 2.5 for But now they sell on 3,000 for cup. But still, it's sell money. You know, easy. You walk back to the now. They get work. But I work money. So they are appeal to government. Make sorry for me, help me. Let help me. Let price the car door. Okay, price car door. They also go get cheap with business there. But not easy. Timona, I get 5 epic there. You know, easy. You know, easy. And they have a little move here. Now we get the place here. It's a lot of move here. So they don't care we go down. Na lawyer. So now they pray to Papa God. May they help we. May they help all the grain in this corner. So now Cyrus is saying, he said, on another place, and they also will go day down. With me 5 people and my family. So they pray, let them give me, let them talk to them, let give me this place, and they also will get away. We live it away and too much. We are the pray to the big one. We are made a pray. Yeah.
Residents living within the King George, Farm Janju Street and Addison Street in Freetown have expressed their concerns over the damning effects of the heavy downpour of rain, describing the situation as very challenging. These were their concerns.
All that run the water, the boss, they go inside the room, and they could do it and all. Was still the water, they come on. Nothing flood, the water flow, no more than city, no doya. The money with that cutter, they all live up. And that the cutter back in Mendoza City, the young boss, where's the water coming full of the flood? They are all the night, they are not. So they let someone make the government to the money will be so I did have to look at life. And I call it that, and then they said, I don't know what I'm all.
As for me, this the area where they now all in our area, but me on section, what's another and but we neighbor them, Wataki and Bogen. So we rain the heavy, we get one samba got out the flow there. The attacking food, the boss, the bank, they can and Bogen. So they can always call in follow our system for the attack. So now we will help them. Okay, but really me, not they affect me.
So why you know they affect you? Why?
Because I know they close to the Samba got outside the water, they really up small. You know, see the land slope.
Yeah.
So when they come, they run through, it go past to the under, the gutter overflow. Then later the water can above them. But so after all the rain don't cut down, we don't cease, they can come up back and go. Well, I believe sometimes at the Samba got out there and I don't know if now the dust, the dirty people and they put there, we make it overflow. But this year, it's not too heavy like the previous year, then because of the cleaning, but this it come. Then today the rain comes more, but not they affect like the last year if they come. They ask Papa government because the one who they don't build along the road, they don't block the road them and they cause water they come. So if they can able help for strengthening the Samba gutter and help people, then they're not really dirty. So these people will get. But although not get better rain there, but they expect more rains than for come. Yeah, any idea affect them.
Go inside the room. Pass no more at the day inside the room. Pass and jump na the window and come on. That man land the woman with the top to now at the window where I come on. Now they can't save me. Then I go now. They take him things, they name it, they all jump. The other time say for the room. The water they go inside. Make it help you. Business. For we don't want right now. Say this halfway way the jump. It's halfway way the car. Before I started,
like as I say, you know, during the rains, for year like they affect we all that flooding aspect. But like for say it would deprive we, like if the rain they come, it depends by the volume of the rain. The rain they come heavily, me self as businessman, I don't go for come on the rain, so can do business. Likewise the customers themselves. When the rain they come heavily, they self not go for come up on the rain, so can do business. So like I believe say it depends on the volume of the rain. So if you can't heavily to the businessman itself to the staff, you're not going to forget customer for can do the business. And we self not going to can do business for customer. Like you find out say most of them things in a blockage. Like sometimes most of the drainage is there, sometimes they don't go turn dirty, or something like where they construct the road, is outside or they go park dirty, all length in the day, they allow the water to get free flow. So like you find out say don't the bank in there, where some man left, which they call the land, they go on the seaside, they go block, they go bank the water. And at the end of the day, if you don't bank, where you don't come with heavy volume, where you water they ready for firewood, and not the action nobody, they will just count in meet number, they will brush up and try to get new access because water is not even for stopper.
The government chief forensic pathologist and director cancer registry, Dr. Simeon Owis Koroma, has described as challenging the current state of the hospital mortuary and called on the government to do more in order to have well-functional mortuary that will be fit for purpose. Here is a report.
The government chief forensic pathologist and director, Cancer Registry, Dr. Simon Owis Koroma, has described as challenging the current state of the hospital mortuary and called on the government to do more in order to have well-functional mortuary that will be fit for purpose. Responding to media interview on the status of the hospital mortuary, Government Chief Forensic Pathologist Dr. Simon Owis Koroma said, as a Sierra Leonean, he is very sad about the ugly situation in the mortuary. He also told journalists and spoke about the complete absence of infrastructure, pathological equipment, protective gears for mortuary attendants, furniture, a limited space, and defected cool room. He further assessed the mortuary situation as pathetic due to the fact that, he said, it cannot preserve human remains for a long period. He discussed on the importance to preserve the dignity and privacy of the dead.
Well, the forensic is medico-legal. It's about investigating scientifically the causes of death. We investigate deaths in two ways. There is the autopsy, where you physically open up a corpse or a dead body you suspect to have died from, say, violent means or suspicious manner or unexplained deaths and many things, as we do have rapes and all these young babies now being penetrated, physical as well as sexual abuses. So we have to fight crime, and in so doing you must have a powerful forensic laboratory, and you do not do it only by doing postmortems, because the word is called autopsy. You have to scientifically prove the cause of death. This is on a very serious tone. We are killing ourselves. We are not honest with ourselves. We know the truth and we are not fighting to stand. Please, those who can help us, who can help the experts, who can even help government to make this country a beautiful place to stay. A country where investors will come and will not be afraid of this type of behavioral patterns we are engaged in. Killings, murdering ourselves, breaking our throats, cutting our throats, shooting ourselves. So I'm asking everybody to come on board to help, not only the pathologists, but there are other people also who are in a similar position to fight crime. It is dangerous. It could be me today, and tomorrow could be any of you watching me. Provide the facilities, the necessary things for us to work hard. We are all Sierra Leoneans, we are all nationalistic, but one is often led into believing that we do not like each other. So let us stop, let us think twice and try to help the country so that we can all live happily in this Sierra Leone.
The admin, Senior Camara, who doubled as the chroma technician, highlighted some of the challenges they are facing in the mortuary, ranging from manpower, infrastructure, pathological equipment, protective gears for mortuary attendants, furniture, limited space, and many more.
With the capacity of the mortuary, for we talk about say a national mortuary, it is a shame to the government forget only one functional mortuary into the entire country. Enough for B. We need for decentralized mortuary services throughout this country. One thing about me, brother, we need land sense in this country. Ebola don't come, then tell you say from the body, now the virus they multiply. Ebola come, the past government able create another mortuary facility. Come to this present government, the same mortuary, now same continue. The capacity not big. What you think in terms of this mortuary, now they get all unidentified body. For every month I go tell you I go get past 35 unidentified body. As I talk to you presently, I get more than 30 something unidentified body within inside that cold room. Being here at the government mortuary, everybody will die. Na hospital, we die in hospital, we don't know identify. Now they count you. And also, what you think in terms of the unnatural cause of death, all anybody now they can they do post-mortem before they take her for burial or take any other side for go keep her for further burial. So the capacity of the mortuary, let's start with the structure first. You know, they in place, the need for improving the mortuary facility, the need for decentralizing the mortuary facility throughout this country.
For Star News in Freetown, George Elliott Sam reporting.
You're still watching the National News 5 here on Star Television Network on Channel 21 with me, Hassan Kouma. A local manufacturer in ceramic objects, Alim Jallo, has highlighted some of the challenges faced in the supply chain production and called on the government, including non-governmental organizations, to render more support in letting the business become more viable in the market.
Forget the material right now, it's difficult for them. Like this aluminum. They get the money for go buy, or no side for go buy. So then get side the way they buy the aluminum, then go it's cheaper and then get them out right now. Right now if you want to make them a boku, they get contract for a can then give money for go buy. They know they buy, then can drink it. That can drink. They know can buy. Like one day they know they buy. Well, right now then they buy all the complex and inside. So that can. What's then at the engine motor car? Then keep carrying money and then they buy. Well, right now then they buy all. You know they get. They make you. Then this will be then nobody before where they do see. They take you what you. No, what is that? One thing, but now I come up place. That they come shoot them back all before I go now back. Or they know they can but they nobody.
Money come, I have to go pay material. For them, I can't finish so the material about who they pay about the way back. Yes, not to see no more with the way inside. The way mix up yes, these are them. I need to go buy some material and they want to sell them car to car. But they will not get used to them garage. So they buy that bank they didn't for coming to port for them will get we survive. Well, I can sell and give to the next person back who they will fend back commission under me. You understand, eh? Me they make and sell and give to other person back who they go sell and give the general people. Yeah, the gold points because they make and guarantee make people they come back. Yeah, so they come out there, what salon then decide them for come back gold points. Because so they know for Siana, how they make guarantee something, they know they ever avoid there. Yes, because they can talk when so okay buy gold points so then what salon before they then stop before they member people like that. You understand, eh? We move then complain they know they meet here. Yes, because with the worker for there, you go tell the next one for say you get other man who they go there to find cold pot who go stay with you. right now see don't know the no see don't say you say na impossible for can do for you this can do this. You begin start then you possible for say you don't begin do this starting so say it will help you for then you forward for what you feel. Yes, because you want to know go able strike you be man.
Okay. And in sport, Sierra Leone national team Leon Stars has been placed in the same group with Nigeria, Benin and Kingdom of Lesotho in 2021 Nations Cup qualifiers. Our sports correspondent Hilton John is set to let us know whether we are in a good footing in this group.
Yes, indeed, Arsene, the national team Leon Stars will be gone in Group L, where it will be facing Nigeria, who ended third in the African Cup of Nations after we saw the defeated Tunisia in the finals. The big question is what's the preparation from the point of the Sierra Leone Football Association and also the Ministry of Sports. Up to now, the national team is without a coach. Here is the report. Sierra Leone will face Nigeria, Super Eagles, Benin and Lesotho in Group L. Qualifies for a year 2021 African Cup of Nations to be hosted in Cameroon. The last time the country participated in the continental big stage was 23 years ago during the 1996 African Cup of Nations in South Africa, when retired Mohamed Kalon at age of 16 became the tournament's youngest player after he scored a winning goal for Sierra Leone in a 2-1 victory over Burkina Faso. Sierra Leone once again have a fresh chance to compete for a spot in the 33rd edition of the Bahrainian competition of the Confederation African Football Organized Competition. The country's soccer team in December 2018 were disqualified from the 2019 African Cup of Nations qualifying campaign because of alleged government interference in the running of the country football. They lost to Ethiopia in the last group match before the suspension. The 2021 tournament is scheduled to be hosted by Cameroon and likely in the summer. The 48 teams will be divided into 12 groups of 4 teams each, and the top 2 sides from each group will get the tickets to the 2021 showcase piece in Cameroon.
Yes, I'm glad for this goal. Nigeria not to new team to it. And for let me put the house in order. The way the league don't start so, we be able to choose better squad, and we know say we go to face any team. And looking at this recent draw we don't see so. We get Lesotho, we get Nigeria, we get Benin, and the likes. I believe say we will qualify. We will qualify. Like I believe say Lesotho, and now man away, I mean, point standing for me. You know, looking at Benin again. You know, Nigeria, they come to the worst. We get 3 points now, then say go get the own. I believe say we sure for qualify.
Star TV Sport in Freetown. I am Milton John reporting. We will be talking to the Minister of Sport, Honorable Ibrahim Lenke, and also the President of the Sierra Leone Football Association, President Aisha Yuantin. What is the latest preparation for the national team Leon Stars? In the ongoing female competition in Sierra Leone on Saturday at the Kingdom playing ground, the Sierra Leone Police female team succeeded in the first match against the Correctional Center or the Correctional Services, who play against Mahmoud FC. Mahmoud FC female team registered a 12-0 victory against their opponents, the Red Eaglets, in the first match. So both teams having 3 points despite the Mahmoud FC have more goals than the Sierra Leone Police. This match will play at the Kingdom playing ground on Saturday, 4:30 is the time. More news in the local scene. Young athletes at the age of 20 and the senior national athletic team will depart the country for Niger for a junior championship and senior championship, according to the head coach of the team, who is Alim Kabo. He said the team has been in effective training for the past 1 month, preparing for the competition proper. Alim explained more the importance of this competition in Niger.
This team will be team don't prepare and then they train very hard for go to Niger and go represent the country and for medal.
In what competition do they represent the country in Niger?
Then they go on the junior championship, junior and senior championship.
What's the yardstick gonna use for get the players or the athletes?
the athletes here will do a trials, will get the athletes here in numbers according to the time they would run, and then take for selection and call them to training.
So when they will leave the country?
By God in power, it will either be Sunday or Monday, but most likely on Sunday.
You think so these are the right athletes to represent the country?
These are the right athletes we don't get. I believe they will represent the country and do well for it.
Expectation from Sierra Leoneans?
Get a good medals, silver medals, and not one. By God in power, would they make the president of this country happy as long as they spend for athletics. Sure. And also the national president of athletics, Mr. Blue Karim Sisi, will be making it big. And a man who will export and responsible greatly for athletics in this country.
We wish the athletes all the best. They will be leaving Sierra Leone on Sunday, hopefully, according to the association president, who is Karim Sisi. In the international team, congratulations to the winner of the 2019 African Cup of Nations. Senegal will be playing against the side called Nigeria. Both teams qualifying the finals. Here's the highlights of the final.
Dobro poznatog napadača iz Francuske Lige 1. Evo ga Aliou Cissé.
И, кстати, до раунда четвертьфинального не пропускал мячи и коллектив Джемаля Бельмади, сборная Алжира. Вступление против человечества, но вот в итоге трансформировалась игра. Теперь она развеселая, как этот первый опасный удар. Это гол! Это гол! Багдад Бунеджа забивает этот мяч, но настоящим творцом или сотворцом, наверное, этого мяча становится человек, который коснулся мяча, летевшего непонятно куда. Вот это да! Вот это начало финала. Саиф Сане. Сейчас крупным планом перед нами.
Once more, congratulations to the winner and better luck next time to the losing team. We hope to see our national team Leon Stars qualify for the 2021 African Cup of Nations. 24 years down the line, no qualifying for the national team Leon Stars in major tournaments. That's all for sports. Back to you, Hassan, in the studio.
Well, viewers, we wish our darling Leon Stars all the best in that group. That's all we have time for in our national news file here on Star Television Network on Channel 21. I am Hassan Kouma. Thanks for watching and do stay with us if you can.